The video lecture topic is on stabilization of sewage sludge. The presentation overview includes the introduction, sludge generation, treatment options, and stabilization of sludge, then the types of stabilization, that is chemical, biological, and thermal. The introduction about sludge. Sludge, if you take what is sludge is, it is the product of the treatment of wastewater. It is primary treatment as well as biological treatment. It is semi-solid in nature and it predominantly contains water, and also it contains some microorganisms and solids and some organic compounds. These organic compounds and also they are inert in nature and some are reactive. And chemical metals are also present, heavy metals and micropollutants. The disposal of sludge is a very complicated matter, so only it is brought to this topic. So the sludge generation, how and where it comes from? It is coming from the wastewater treatment which contains organic matters as well as inorganic matters. Initially, it is taken to the primary clarifier, it is simply settled, that is primary sedimentation. The product is, which is settled product is called primary sludge, and then again the supernatant substances or the water, wastewater, it is taken to the biological treatment. After biological treatment, it is settled in secondary clarifier. The settled sludge from the secondary clarifier is called as secondary sludge, and the remaining water, that is supernatant water, is taken as effluent. It can be used for various purposes or it can be treated further. The primary sludge and secondary sludge are undergoing some pre-treatments or to the digester. This digester means maybe anaerobic digester or aerobic digester, and finally the digested sludge is taken for other disposal units. The sludge generation options. The sludge can be either digested or without digestion it can be disposed. The first step is collection, then it is to be thickened because it contains large quantity of water. It has to be thickened, and after thickening, stabilization. This is the topic which we are going to see in detail. Then conditioning is one more option, one more step. Then dewatering, finally disposal. What is stabilization of sludge? Since it contains pathogenic organisms and it is its nature is putrescence, that is it may be easily decomposed and bad, it creates bad odor. So these nature should be reduced. So this process is called as stabilization. So after stabilization, the sludge will not ferment or decay. And also the vector attraction potential will be reduced, that is just flies or some rats like that. So that attraction potential will be reduced. So this can be achieved either chemically, biologically or thermally. So we can see one by one the three processes. Sludge, these are the stabilization options. First method is chemical stabilization. It is divided into lime dosing and lime plus solids dosing. And biological stabilization is anaerobic digestion or anaerobic digestion or composting. Then another one is thermal stabilization. First of all, the advantages of stabilization. The solids content can be improved by decreasing the water content, and the pH can be regulated, pathogens can be inactivated, odor can be reduced, volume of water, that is overall volume can be reduced, and it can be after stabilization, the wastewater or the sludge is easy to handle and store, and finally it is ready for placing in landfills. That is the final disposal. First method is chemical stabilization. Chemical stabilization is done by adding lime to the sludge. So here by adding lime, the pH level is altered, and that inhibits the microorganisms present in the sludge. So this retards the decomposition action as well as it reduces the odor. So the material, that is the lime, may be hydrated lime, quicklime or carbide lime. Any type of lime can be used. In this process is also exothermic, which evolves heat. Due to that, the pathogens can be removed, and it also enhances evaporation of water. Then adding lime and salts. In addition to lime, we can add fly ash, lime kiln dust or cement kiln dust. So if it is cheap or it is easily available, means we can also add in addition to lime these solids. This is the chemical reaction. These are the chemical reactions. The sludge, after adding the lime, it reacts with the calcium. So the calcium present in the lime, it will react with some products and it gives calcium carbonate. So it is converted into calcium carbonate, calcium phosphate, like that, and also some acids. Then it is converted into glycerol and fatty acids. So it is reacting with calcium, phosphorus, carbon dioxide, organic acids and fats. So final products are somewhat non-reactive. So the applications of lime stabilized sludge, where we can use this stabilized sludge. After stabilization, it can be placed in landscapes for agriculture, mine reclamation, like that we can use it. And also it is a source of organic matter, and it can be used as fertilizer, and also it improves the vegetative growth. The pH, we can adjust the soil properties by using this stabilized sludge, and also the texture is changed and it can hold water. And it is used for pH adjustment in various places, maybe in soil or some water, like that. The nutrients, it is an additional, it contains nutrients and organic matters which is replaced for fertilizers, and also it can be used in landfill as cover. The next type is biological stabilization. In that, anaerobic digestion is the first type. Anaerobic digestion, it is a set of biochemical process. Here it breaks down, here the organic matter is broken down by microorganisms in the absence of oxygen. So the products are maybe in anaerobic digestion, in the absence of oxygen, methane and carbon dioxide are produced, and the residue is called as digestate. And this is done in biological reactors, large size reactors, and digested tanks. It is operated continuously or in batches, and so the time for which the sludge is kept in the tank is called as detention time. The organic fraction of the sludge is consisting of polysaccharides, proteins and fats. So in the sludge digester, colonies of anaerobic microorganisms convert these organic matters into cellular mass and methane, carbon dioxide and some microconstituents. So here the types of bacteria or microorganisms which are inside are hydrolytic, acidogenic, acetogenic and methanogenic organisms. The optimum pH should be around 7. This is a type of anaerobic digester. There are various types of anaerobic digesters based on their shapes. This is egg-shaped anaerobic digester. We can also use cylindrical shaped anaerobic digester like that. And the various stages which are taking place during the anaerobic digestion or first step is hydrolysis, in which the long chain sugars and fatty acids, amino acids are converted into converted into soluble molecules, soluble organics during this hydrolysis process. The next process is acidogenesis. The acidogens microorganisms convert the soluble organics into organic acids, other organic acids, alcohols, carbon dioxide, hydrogen and ammonia. In the third step, that is acetogenesis, the acetogens type of bacteria convert the volatile fatty acids into hydrogen, carbon dioxide and acetic acid. Then the fourth stage, that is methanogenesis, the methanogens convert the hydrogen, carbon dioxide and acetic acid into methane and carbon dioxide. The advantages of using anaerobic digestion is it can produce methane, which is a source of energy, and also it reduces the organic matter, and we can reduce the further treatment processes. So the remaining sludge can be used as or the residue can be used as soil conditioner, and the biogas then can be used as a renewable energy source which can be used as fuel to produce heat as well as electricity. And the biogas can also be used as a if it is purified, it has some commercial value also, and it also reduces greenhouse gases because it is a closed container. The greenhouse gas emissions can be reduced from landfilling. Because if we are directly placing in landfill means it will produce greenhouse gases. Since all the gases we are collecting in the gas collectors during the anaerobic digestion, so it is free from greenhouse gas emissions, and the final volume is also reduced due to this anaerobic digestion. Some disadvantages are also there because the accumulation of heavy metals and contaminants will be there. Then the installation costs are very high, and also skilled manpower for design, construction as well as operation and maintenance is required. Then high complexity because we have to maintain always the pH conditions. So it is complex in nature. And another one advanced thing is advanced anaerobic digestion, during which higher quality biosolids are produced and more quantity of biogas are produced. Because the volatile solids are reduced in this type of advanced anaerobic digestion, the various modifications are thermophilic type, that is we are adding some heat, and also staged thermophilic anaerobic digestion, staged mesophilic anaerobic digestion, acid gas phased anaerobic digestion, that is different phases for acid gas phases, and temperature phased anaerobic digestion. So these are all the modifications done in the anaerobic digestion for better results. And this can be achieved by thermal, physical, chemical and electrical pre-treatments. So by doing these pre-treatments we can improve this anaerobic digestion. And also because the first step, that is the hydrolysis process, is the time consuming process. So by optimizing this process, we can boost the anaerobic digestion process and get various advantages. And the type of anaerobic digesters include, based on temperature, it is psychrophilic, mesophilic, thermophilic, and phases of operation: single phase, dual phase, multiple phase, and mode of operation: batch, semi-continuous and continuous. Solids contents based on the content, that is content of the solid. Up to 2% it is liquid. If the total solids is 20 to 45%, it is dry. Second type of biological stabilization is aerobic digestion. Aerobic digestion, here it is done in the presence of oxygen. This is a degradation process in the presence of oxygen. The oxygen will be introduced in as fine bubbles into the reactor. So this is an open reactor and aeration will be provided. So here the microorganisms will convert the organic matter into carbon dioxide, water and ammonia species will be converted to nitrate. So these are the products. Carbon dioxide, water and nitrate are the products. In this process the sludges contains high nutrient content. Then the supernatant streams with low BOD. Supernatant will be containing less BOD. That is, BOD will be highly reduced, and also it contains nutrient concentrations. Then when there is no supply of organ, how this aerobic digestion takes place? When there is no new supply of organic substrate, since we are not going to add extra substrate, the microorganism will be starving and it will be dying. So it will be using other bacteria as food. So this process is called as endogenous respiration, and this will reduce the sludge content. So organic concentration will be reduced by this type of endogenous respiration. Disadvantages of aerobic digestion is, the primary disadvantages is requires energy. It requires energy, it is highly energy intensive, and also it produces, it consumes air, it generates carbon dioxide which will be released into the atmosphere, and no usable end product like methane. And the digested sludge is also not readily dewaterable mechanically. So we have to use some methods costly methods for dewatering the sludge. So next biological stabilization is composting. Here the bacterial, this is a aerobic method in which the decomposition takes place and the sludge is stabilized into a final product called humus. That product is called as compost, which we can use for used as fertilizer for crops. And also some amendment, we can add some wood chips or sawdust to promote the aeration process. Here during composting, the thermophilic temperature will be availing. So this will be due to the biochemical transformation processes. Here the process will be carried on by fungus and actinomycetes and other microorganisms which are responsible for the decomposition of the organic matter under specific and controlled environment. So this process contains first removal of the pathogenic organisms, then stabilization of the organic matter, then it will be ripening. After some time it will be ripening and the sludge will be drying. Then finally the product will be there, that is environmentally it is produced, so it is sold in the market as compost. The advantages, we can tell that the odor will be reduced after composting. The temperature present during the during the composting process will kill the pathogenic bacteria and also parasites. So it is beneficial for plant uptake because the organic matters are converted into available nutrients, and also the humus produced can improve the soil condition, and also it can be used as a high quality fertilizer for farmland. Then the final step is thermal stabilization. Here we have to apply heat, and which heat disintegrates the sludge flocks, because sludge is made of various flocks, and that flocks will be disintegrated, and the microorganism cell walls will be disintegrated and release the inside water or inside cell matters will be released, and this will be easy for the dewatering process. This will enhance the dewatering process because all the microorganism cell walls will be broken and it will release all the contents. So the final product, conditioned product, will be easily dewaterable. And also the disadvantage is that we have to supply the thermal energy. So the supplying thermal energy is not economical, and also this can be combined with anaerobic digestion. If we, after thermal stabilization, if we combine with anaerobic digestion, we can get the product of methane. So that will be used, that can be used as a heat. The methane can be used as a fuel to produce heat as well as electrical energy, and this can be done in the combined heat and power engines. So this is a type of stabilization which can be economically done along with the anaerobic digestion. This cannot be done separately, so only with the anaerobic digestion this can be carried out. And this is the end of the video lecture.